Two friends are playing a game of Meytamon. But then something strange happens. A portal to another world just appeared. Both players and all the cards get transported away. So wait a minute, what's Meytamon anyway? We need to go back in time to 2020, the year I started the development of a card game. On my own, I created all the art and the pixel art with paint.net, created a website, put it on sale on the Game Crafter, created a YouTube channel, and sometime along the way, I started to play Roblox with my son at the beginning of 2021. While finishing a card game, I had this idea of creating a Roblox game to promote my card game. So, with no prior experience or any idea of really what I was putting myself through, I started 2022 by buying a book about coding on Roblox. I did study in IT, so I had my fair share of learning programming languages, but I never actually had a programming job in my 20-year career. So it was time to dust off those variables and loops and see if I can make a Meytamon Roblox game. While reading the book, I started to explore the world of 3D modeling. Feeling intimidated by learning Blender, I started to look for some free asset online to save some time on the modeling and to start programming faster. I stumbled upon a well-known free asset artist in the world of free assets and learning how to make games. Kenny. His 3D asset packs are a good way to get started and inspire you without losing time in Blender. But something caught my attention, an inexpensive 3D modeling program Kenny made himself. Asset Forge, a low-poly, kit-bashing 3D modeling program. It comes with hundreds of pre-built blocks that are just waiting for you to stick together like Lego bricks to create anything you can think of. It can also export those 3D objects as sprite to use as a GUI and import new blocks as well. It also happened to be really easy to add Kenny's 3D asset packs to Asset Forge and start creating right away. Object 3D stage building. Now it was time to see how to export those in a format that I can import back into Roblox Studio. After a few trial and error, I found out FBX is the best. With color map, you need to resize the texture file usually to 500% and put the texture file in the same folder as the FBX. Then import in Studio. You then get the colors in the model. After figuring that out, I started to look to make some kind of a Pokemon game where you would need to go from town to town and unlock cards as you gain experience. The combat system would be turn-based and using the same rule and cards as the real Meytamon card game. So I played around for about 6 months and realized that would be way out of my scope for a beginner game developer. So I decided to finally do what every book and online tutorial tells you to do: your first game. A hobby. The good part is the book I bought explained all the basics like saving data, but most importantly how to script a hobby. The most useful concept in the book, and that is essential to keep your code clean, it would be to use module scripts. So all the kill parts are in the same folder and script run when you touch a kill part. But since it's in a module script, you only need to code it once. Attach that kill player script to a folder, add all the kill parts inside that folder. It makes it super easy to just add new parts in the folder and requires no extra script whenever you add a new one. It just works automatically. By the end of 2022, I bought a second Roblox programming book to get deeper in my programming journey. And while making a basic hobby is by far the easiest first game you can make, I simply couldn't stand making a colorful block hobby. Mine needed to be better, more unique, and if I would make a hobby, it would have to be inspired by one of my favorite jumping plumber, Mario.
It's me, Mario!
But one game in particular, which was one of my favorite, Super Mario 3D World. So why I love this game so much? And what I like to have in my game at that point? Things like an overworld map. I like that it links the level together. Collectible, 3 hidden gems in each of the stage, and 1 Meytamon card to find, and some coins. A lot of coins to pick up. Floating billboard UI above each level that show what you collected so far. A shop to exchange those coins for player upgrades like jumping higher and accelerating faster and having a run max speed and double jumps. That would require a teleporting system to move the player from the overworld map to the level and back at the end of the stage as well. A nice GUI to show important information all the time. 5 levels per world and a boss at the end. Each level would be unlocked under a certain amount of gems that need to be collected in each of the levels. And dynamic obstacles. A lot of different type of obstacle. At one point, I picked up my sketchbook and I started drawing everyone that I could think of, so I could use them in building the level. Then I draw the first few levels and then back to the Asset Forge to build a layout, ready to export and add them with animated obstacle back in Roblox Studio. I need to figure out how to move the platform up and down. Spin spikes around. Expanding force field. Spike that gets off the ground. Giant spinning cylinder with spike attached. Bouncing platform. Spike platform that crushes you. A cannon that fires big bullets at you. Spinning killing fences. At some point I needed to take a break, so I started a side experimentation on making a card game. I created an AI that drives the cart around the track and, well, crash. The stuff I learned wasn't lost because going back to the hobby game, that gave me the idea of creating a giant treadmill with floating platform and spinning spikes you need to run across to get to the end of the stage. Watching Row Builder on YouTube and learning that he lost his scripter for his dream game, I attempted to build a bike system. That ended not so bad, but seeing where he is today, I'm happy he didn't notice my private message on his Discord and found a better scripter than I to continue his project. That actually had me more motivated on going back to the hobby game and complete my framework. Now with that, we're ending 2023 and going in 2024, making an opening cutscene that linked the Meytamon card game to the Roblox game, finishing the boss mechanism, adding music and sound, adding monetizing to buy coins or double jump, game pass, and a 2-time coin multiplier with Robux. Making the big world ending portal that would take you to the world number 2. Now I've duplicated world 1 in world 2 and I'm adapting the variables so it show and the upgrade that save work with the world 2 as well. I decided it was time to take a pause to document all this and to show it to the world. It's to show you what making a game could look like as a solo dev and the process and the tools I used. Some of the system I described with 4 words literally took me weeks to figure out, because simple stuff is easy to find in books and online. But when you're trying to figure out a way to store level collectible in multi-layer array to store in data store and to retrieve whenever you want, you just need to figure it out. You would like me to go into more details on any of those systems or do a more in-depth look at the books I got? Write in the comments and I'll answer you and possibly use your question as subject for upcoming video. This video was brought to you by Meytamon the card game. If you're looking for a card game as easy as Uno, but with TCG game mechanics, you can play the game with a simple copy of the game and up to 4 players without buying any boosters. Everything is included in a box. A deck of 80 cards are shared by all the players. 4 unique Meytamon, 1 for each player. And a lot of attack cards and effect cards to add to the challenge. You can also play solo with the game that is completely different than the multiplayer mode. So if you like what you see and you want to help me, check out the Game Crafter and get a copy or play the Roblox game. Thank you for staying with me until the end, and please like and subscribe to make sure that you won't miss any upcoming Meytamon content. Goodbye!